Tez Express. So this night I had a very difficult sleeping time. I kept having these recurring dreams every 30 minutes. Where I would listen to I would hear in my head the Tez Express music playing. And then Tez himself would show up in my dreams. He would lean very close into my ear and whisper. He speaks very quickly. But I understand. I can understand what he was saying actually. I had a conversation. He was haunting my dreams. I'm embellishing the story, but I did actually dream of this shit. I'm not kidding. Too much. I'm embellishing. That sounds like him, yeah. And we had a discussion where he accused me of giving up on the game, and I'm like, look, there's only two ways to run a game, a console game. Like, this game doesn't have a PC port or anything. Like, why would anyone bother with, like, Mario 64, people decompiled it after decades and they rebuilt it for PC. Sure, no one would do that with this shit. Why, right? There are only two ways to play a game like this, either actual hardware or emulation. Now, my Nintendo 64, it doesn't run this game properly because it was only for PAL regions. I'm not going to import a PAL Nintendo 64 just to play this one game. So I can't run it on my actual hardware. I tried the US prototype, the timings were too fast and too impossible to play. Some of the stages were impossible to beat because the game was not finished and it ate my save file. I could maybe fix the saving issue, but not the timings, and maybe there is another stage up ahead that it has strict timings and then it would be literally unbeatable. So I can't play it on actual hardware. Effectively, I don't have it. In the emulator, I tried like 4 different emulators. I got the most accurate one. It still had issues with loading screens and it kept crashing. So, you know, I can't beat the game, Tez. And then Tez was like, which means, aren't you forgetting something? And I'm like, nope. What? It's either your hardware or emulation. And he was like, have you heard of a thing called FPGA? And then I woke up sweating. I forgot I have a Mister. And technically, running the Nintendo 64 on the Mister is a stretch. Some games require patches to work properly, because Nintendo 64 is too much for what the size of the FPGA on the Mister can handle. And I'm like, well, I had already woken up, I couldn't talk to Tez anymore, but I was like, no, there's no way that this game runs on that. That's too much. But, you know, I had to try it. So, you know, I tried to go back to sleep. I kept having that same conversation play over and over. So I woke up today, I did all the stuff I had to do, and I finally sat back in front of my computer 4 hours later. My Mister was already over there. I tried to run this game on the Mister, and it runs better than on the emulator. And then I'm like, okay, but I'm not playing the entire game again, right? Like, and there is no way the save file is a different size and it's a different format. It's not like just grabbing my other save file and renaming it would work. It worked. First try. And then I was like, no, but it's still gonna crash on that stage. So I played that stage. I kept walking back and forth on the part that crashed. It didn't crash. I tried to make past the part I was stuck on yesterday. I did. So I could have pretended to not have done any of that and just moved on, and no one would be wiser. But I could hear Tez's voice in the back of my head, you little bitch. My king defeated you. Not even Zyklant beat me. And Tez was like smug, like, yeah, you little bitch, you can't beat my game. You have no excuse. You know that my conscience wouldn't let me sleep ever again properly, so yeah, we're back to Tez Express. Huzzah! Follow your heart. My heart wants to run away screaming. So yeah, we're doing this. This is take 3. We're moving platforms again. I think it works now. So yeah. And I was thinking, yes, for some reason, the current music reminds me, if Zelda games were in this retrospective, the CDI games would rank higher than Tez Express. I'm not kidding, those games are fun. This is shit. Alright, 5 hours, 36 minutes so far. Whoopee! Tez Express, let's go. I have a mister, why? Because it's a cool device. Yay. So look, the menus work. So, yeah. Taz is back, chat! Look at him go! You also have a mister because it's a cool device. The mister is so fucking good. I still have like this weird ass Linux computer hooked up to the CRT. That was my solution before I knew about the mister. All the CDI games have like a lot of jank, but they're a good time. Yeah. Although the third one requires a guide if you don't want to spend 30 hours plus on it. No Rumble Pack, please. Alright, we're back, chat! Awesome! Resume the timer. 3-6. We're still dealing with Coyote. Yeah, all the loadings are faster now because it's back to Nintendo 64 speed. I'm so surprised, like, for a long time, people who were in the community know this. For a long time, Nintendo 64 was considered impossible to be done on the Mr. FPGA. So I'm still surprised that it's here and working. Not every game is 100%, from what I hear, but it's still a miracle. Alright, let me see if I remember this. Blah, 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 blah. And leave my box alone. Okay, I remember most of this. Now there is one step of figuring this out that I have already done because I was testing to make sure it didn't crash. My box, my box, my box. Getting range so I can get it. Are you gonna game over already? Jesus. This is the PAL version. It's the PAL version. Otherwise we run into the problems that the prototype has, like speed issues. So this is where it crashed, and I was looking at it. I think what makes it crash is this transition to this camera. When you run here, it transitions to this camera. And this kept crashing. I think this is where it crashed. I kept doing this back and forth like a dozen times when I was testing, and it was fine. And this is the part we didn't make past. And because I was testing, I spent like a long time doing this. And I think the solution is to put a thing on top of the button so we can reach the jumping pads that are further away. You missed the part about the save game and not starting from the beginning. No, we're not. I copied the save file from the emulator to the Mister, despite it being a different size and a different format, and surprisingly it worked. The universe was conspiring for me to play this game. If it was something I actually wanted, I wouldn't have been this lucky. I got the wrong thing. I got the wrong thing. It was an accident. Have mercy. No mercy for fools. Step slightly wrong and you're jacked. Man, we were joking that Crazy Castle was forever. Oh, this game is gonna be shorter than Crazy Castle 4. I'm sure. Okay, now I grab this and then I put it back here. And now these remain up. And then as I was testing this earlier, I figured out which one I have to... No, not that one. That one is in the way. It's so difficult to dodge that. Fun game design, by the way. We just keep going over and over again through the same segments. How about we make a stage that has 100 jump pads? Most of them send you back. It's like memorization. Everyone enjoys that. Again, it might be fun to speedrun. If you're into that sort of thing. Pain and suffering. So you have to hug the wall here, otherwise... If that happens... And there's a bunch of pads here that only show up if you have that button pressed, and they would disappear by the time you got here, which is why you put the cactus down on that. And I figure it's this one that you take. I think. Okay, there is a safety box, okay. We're back to figuring out the stage. I haven't seen anything beyond this. This is gonna... Why is there a fucking kiwi? Can I grab the kiwi and throw it out of the map? Yeah, go away, you're in the... I hear respawns! Oh, there is another... Okay, let me take the box there. Don't you enjoy this mechanic of going for the box and going back in? So fun. Okay, the bird keeps trying to grab the box. Fuck off. Okay, where does this take me? Here, what does this say? The only way back over the wall into the exit is via jump tile, which will appear here for a short while when you press the button. So, the best way to do this... Is this the button? I mean, I'm gonna bring a... I'm gonna bring a cactus and keep the button pressed. I'm not doing that shit. I want to... I have to break these, of course, but I can't right now. Look, the terrain, you can modify it. When you press the button, the terrain goes up. It's so dynamic, chat. I have to break these things first. Why is spinning so difficult? Like, look, you just do this, it's easy. Why does it have to... my microphone again? I keep doing this. You just spin around, Taz. You're supposed to be good at that. Why isn't there a single button? Press the button, it spins. Okay, let me see what the button does. That pad, and that pad probably leads me to the exit. Oh, is... oh, and that leads me to the exit. Maybe it's fine, maybe I don't need to bring a cactus over. Famous last words. Can you go? Why are you so adamant on not going where I want you to go, Tess? You know what? Find a goddamn cactus. It's fine. Where can I find one? If I could put a kiwi there and he stayed, he doesn't, of course. Okay, grab one of these, I suppose, and do the entire path again. It's fine. Let's do this calmly and patiently, and at least get done with the stage. Stage that kept crashing the game. I wonder if the reason that spinner exists is to make you drop the cactus so you can't do this. But you can just grab the thing anyway. Like this. It makes you drop, but I can just get up there and grab it, so... ah, yes. This quagmire of jumping tiles. He is pulled towards the jumping tiles. So if you get anywhere close... Didn't realize I quit because of a crash. I thought I quit because of the game. I have done that. Quit because of bullshit. Before. On 3 games. Zyklon, Fatherworld, and Tracer. And I have a tendency of not letting that stop me forever. I did go back to Zyklon and I did beat it. I do intend to go back to Fatherworld someday and beat it. I don't want to go back to this. This only makes sense in the context of this retrospective. And then the retrospective would get all weird. But because of a crash, sure, a crash is not my fault. But it kept crashing on this stage, on the emulator. Oh, okay. What do I do? It's one of those, and I have to guess? And the bird. Oh, what? It's in the cage. It almost dropped in the cage. It does drop you in the cage. I think it kind of glitched a little bit, so it didn't game over. And the bird is right on top of you. And you have those things in the way. The game is bonkers. This is World 3, it gets worse. I presume. Can you grab the box, please? Why is the Mr. Project so good? It was supposed to crash there, so we had an excuse not to play the game. You know what? Again, let me do this the absolute safest way. That's so weird, you just had deja vu me doing this part of the level, not joking. Yes, deja vu is a funny thing. No, this is the first time I've ever seen this. Deja vu happens when there is a desynchronization in your brain. And the part that... Because when you see new information, you process it and it goes into your memory. Short term, then long term, whatever. And when there is a desync for whatever reason, and the part that commits it to memory finishes before the part that your brain processes, you get the feeling that you saw it before. I think that's like the commonly accepted explanation for the mechanism of deja vu right now. In your deja vu, your dad comes downstairs and moans at you for being so late. It's a very specific deja vu. I'm all done! Poor rating for the stage. Yes, I agree. Yeah, basically the committing to memory happens just slightly before. It's supposed to happen like a few milliseconds after you see it. If depending on like the pathways of your synapses or neurons, then it can happen slightly early, a few milliseconds before you process it, which is why you get the feeling that you saw it before. But you remember it happens, it doesn't happen. Okay, that's weirder than a regular deja vu, I think. Wild Taz is scampering through the desert. Taz chances upon an untidy jumble of houses. Somehow, things don't feel quite right. Welcome to Samville! Okay, I think this is World 4. Just give him the box! Yes! Just give him the box. He didn't even pull up a gun or anything. Okay, this is the mister. You pull up the menu to commit a save file. I'm doing that every time, of course. Your brain makes up a future for the menu like an AI video generator. Well, that happens for me when I'm sleeping. And a sound wakes me up. And I'm dreaming. When a sound makes me up, my brain makes up a part of the dream that came before the sound that woke me up to justify, like, I had a dream about a car crash and then a crash outside my window woke me up. But I wasn't dreaming about cars before. I did beat the level, yes. We're on 4-1. So that had, like, World 2 had 8 stages. World 1 had 3 stages. World 2 had 8. World 3 had 6? It's all over the place. They do how many levels they want. You dream something's gonna make an alarm, then your alarm with the doorbell goes off. Yeah, I find that fascinating. Like the retroactive memory generation. brains are weird. They're all wrinkly and stuff. Now, because it's the Mister, I can't fast forward, but it's fine. It's like the original, I suppose. I'm amazed by how close to the actual hardware the Mister looks and feels. Sam's just gone off to get some shut-eye. Don't think you can take a guided tour though, this place is full of traps. Wake Sam up and you could find yourself in jail. What size of horses do they have in this place? Not even Taz can take a drink from that. Jesus Christ, man. Well, the horse is as big as the building, is taller than the building. Giant horse, yes. You're amazed I had a Mister this whole time and didn't use it. On stream, I used it once. But for streaming, I just use emulators. It's easier. Yes. Yes, Tez. Tasmanian devils are like dog-sized, aren't they? I think they are, but... Then what size is freaking Sam? But yeah, no, I've used the Mister a lot. I do use it a lot on my CRT TV. But for streaming, it's just more practical to use emulators. Size of a rabbit? Yeah, Sam is very short. Is this a hole? No, it's a rock with the shadow inverted. It was drawn from that side, so the shadow is see the rocks make sense from this direction, not from this one. Okay, what are these places? Also, now we have a level hub. Sawdust, chests, bombs, balloons, and doors that don't work properly. Okay, Sam is asleep. We don't want to wake up Sam. Oh, those bombs with Sam's face. They were in another game. I have to dodge those things, and they have Sam's face as well, the balloons. We have a stealth stage, chat. Do I have to blow up the door? I can't. If I eat the bomb... Wait, what? You can't... I thought I could carry the bomb to the door. I can't. There are tools drawn on the wall. I can't... It's so shit. Okay, so maybe I press the button for the door. You were wondering if there would be stealth in this game. Yes! A test game about being careful with the box and having stealth stages. That wasn't fast enough, are you kidding? That was the last thing the game needed, right? A stealth stage. I wonder if eventually he wakes up, because I want to believe that if he goes back to full Z's, then he just resets. But I wonder if each time gets us closer to actually waking him up. Okay, look. He's almost waking up. Do I just stop and wait? Yeah. Okay. Yep, okay. At least we don't have to worry about the box. God, this is god awful. And look, there is a button back there, which means that I'm doing this right now to learn, but later I have to do this timed. Why didn't I leave well enough alone? No one would know that I had another way of running this game. Taz loves balancing seesaws. Well, he can balance them on his own time. I have to let it go up, otherwise I can't jump to the other thing. But you would know. Yes! Thank you, Deterlevis. That sums it up. I will look at my list that I keep, that I myself maintain, and I would remember that. Yeah, and this is the door that means I have to do all of this very quickly. Can I... Are you telling me I can't go straight? So I literally do have to take that detour. With the worst angle possible for this. If this was like from up top, it would be easier. I don't know. Okay, it's straight to the left from that. Okay. And then you do this, and then this, and then this. And I failed. I did my best. It's so hard to judge with this ass 3D platforming where I'm at. It was very bold of them to have like timed shit on a 3D platforming game of this era. With tight timings. Yeah, this would be impossible on the NTSC prototype. Taz, I want you to rip your arm out and put it on top of the button. You have 4 limbs. You can do the 4 doors with no time. Imagine if Sam's sleep did not reset, and after failing 3 times, you had to restart the stage. And then they hear me and they release an update. quick take the mister off the network. Ah, so close. Game makers come out of retirement when they hear about this stream. I mean, if I had worked on this, it would be like some subcontracted shit we had to make it like this. I know the programmers themselves had no input on how any of this worked, for the most part. They would be now like that licensed shit that was garbage. Infogrames paid us peanuts to build that garbage. We wanted to do more testing because we felt like it was too hard and they said no, ship it. So it would be fascinating to talk to the devs, and I know it's not their fault. I can't be careful with that jump. You don't have time. Designed and programmed by a team of two brothers who've been making games since the early 80s on the Spectrum, etc. Really? Then maybe they might be to blame. Maybe they did think this was fun. Fun game for kids. Maybe they hate children. Okay, you can jump across. Okay. Okay, this one is easier. You can jump across, those balloons do not respawn. Yeah. But it's still easier. You just have to get a little lucky. Not too lucky. Just a little lucky. There we go. No, that one was fine. What? That's a little tiny hole. Right there, you kidding? Let me get this out of the way. Man, Sam really is a heavy sleeper. Like, all this noise and he's like, there's something wrong, but I can't be bothered. They did the design, code, and graphics for Equinox on the SNES. Director was a person called Alan Smithy. Equinox on the SNES is amazing, but that game is a pain to finish. It's amazing to play, but a pain to finish. It can take like a long time figuring shit out and backtracking. It is weirdly fascinating though, that game. It looks really good. Sounds really good as well. Backtracking, yes. Backtrack where I can get some of that backtracking. Please, mister, can I have some more backtracking? The momentum with Taz is shit. And the door is already closed. Because if you turn around a little bit, it kills his momentum, and how much momentum you get depends on how much health you have. It's horrible. How can you have more backtracking if you don't eat your meat? That's a very good Pink Floyd reference. Very good. I approve. If you don't eat your meat, how can you have any backtracking? Come on, I waited as long as I could to jump. More high-powered test gaming. Yes, I figured out a third way to play it so we're not subjected to crashing or NTSC timings. So I have no excuse but to come back to it. Tess told me in a dream that I could play this on the Mister. Okay, we got seesaws. Can I ignore all of it? Your mom has been told she needs to get more irons, so you've been using that quote on her. She still gets her pudding, I can't stop her. I know a person who is having trouble health issues because of too much iron. Isn't it ironic? Huh? Huh? Come on, that was pretty good. But yeah, this person has been having health issues because of too much iron. Our guess is that they eat too much dark green leaves and too much liver. Liver has a truckload of iron. Sorry, the turtle was... I freaking love liver, by the way. We all do down here. Yeah, that one you just ignore the seesaws, it's a lot easier. I don't even know what's going on here, game. With this camera angle. The jail. We have to redo that entire stage again. After we get out of jail, can I just reset so I don't have to do it? Her problem is all she will eat is chicken and salmon as far as meat goes. Long stages are tight. Only chicken and salmon. That's a fancy mom right there. I wish I could have only chicken and salmon. All the queues are in jail. And here's the key. I think. Yeah, it does look like a key. It doesn't fit on the door, apparently. Okay, I got a key, game. What else do you want from me? Here, key, door. Go. It doesn't go. Why the queue is in jail? There's a keyhole. That sounds like the setup for a Mr. Bones joke. I can't think of a punchline. Is this a New Zealand story? Tesker is out of the jail and into the sunlight. He won't be going back there in a hurry. And now he can redo the stage from scratch. Seriously, if you got thrown in jail, just reset it quicker. Good work. Do it again. See if I can... Can misters do save states? Traditionally, no. Because usually they focus on getting the actual... Because they're not software emulators, so it's not an obvious thing to have a save state. You can, but it takes a lot of space on the FPGA. So any cores that are taking already most of it because they're too complicated, including the Nintendo 64 one, they don't have save states. I haven't checked, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't. It's very rare, like they have for like NES and Game Boy and more simple cores like that. It does have cheats for this game apparently. Infinite crate tries, infinite health, lots of bonuses, master code, regional lock bypass and take objects anywhere. Okay, there is no level select or anything. GBA is the only one you can think of. Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure the Mister has save states for NES as well. And like, it's something like holding R and pressing up for save or down, left for save, right for load or something. Infinite crate try sounds civilized. At least you don't get the game overs, right? But on this stage, you don't have a crate anyway. But yeah. We have cheat codes. I'm not above using them, but we're not there yet. You think you could grab an image of the current RAM? That's not what a save state is, though. The save state is not just the RAM, it's the state of the entire circuitry. Which for an emulator is simple. For an emulator, it is a picture of the RAM, because it is a software running in your computer. Which is why if you update the emulator, usually the save states are not compatible with the new version. But with the Mister, it's different. It's not like a software, it's a circuitry that gets programmed into the FPGA. You'd have to take a snapshot of the circuitry state. And I presume that's obviously not trivial, otherwise every core would have save states. The RAM in the simulator machine, yeah, no, that's not enough for save states. You have to take a snapshot of like where each part of the circuitry is at. Like where the signals are. It's not because, yeah, it's not just the RAM in the simulator machine. So it is a snapshot of the RAM of the emulator. Okay, here I need to first jump and break the balloons without waking him up. Like, literally hit the balloons. Okay, he's almost... Oh, he did wake up! Now, my concept of save states might be not entirely accurate, but that's how I understand they work.
How many times do I have to lock you up, you crazy critter?
So you look at where the key is. Yeah, it's random. It's... I actually appreciate that. Where the key is and where the lock is changes every time. The Mister has some amazing functionalities. Like, you can play... You can do two-player Game Boy games on a CRT TV. It runs two Game Boys side by side. Yeah, and they built because the SNES fits into the FPGA, But when you start putting in stuff like the effects chip and other things that the games might need, it fills up the FPGA very quickly. So they couldn't fit in like the Super Game Boy in there anymore. Well, all the space was already taken. So actually someone came up and removed everything that wasn't strictly necessary for the Super Game Boy to fit in, and then they fit in the Super Game Boy. So there's a separate core, a separate SNES core just for Super Game Boy. Which I really appreciate that they do that. Like most decisions on the Mr. project, I agree with. There are a few things that I dislike, but overall I think it's an amazing project. The computer cores, they are they have like a 486 where they managed to slot in, I don't know if it was a math coprocessor or something, so it's not quite a Pentium. It's kind of like a Franken CPU there. But basically it's like the most compatible they could fit into the FPGA, and you can use that to run DOS. And their Amiga implementation is one of the best if you want to run Amiga games. Grab that Amiga AGS collection, you put it in there, it's already set up for the Mister. And it's perfect, it's pristine, and you can run that on a CRT, and I tested. I love to look at the Enemy Tempest of Violence intro on my CRT TV playing from the Mister, it's fantastic. MSX, I finished Metal Gear and Castlevania for the MSX on the Mister. Very good as well. And they have ZX Spectrum and Commodore and a lot of other shit. It's amazing. The Mister is freaking phenomenal. And I got my Mister before it got stupid expensive. Which was a thing because of... What?
What was that?
I don't understand, because he wakes up a little bit. I guess I have to wait for him to go to full sleep.
How many times do I...
But nowadays the Mister, they managed to create a clone board because the... What was expensive was the FPGA board. The Cyclone, whatever it's called. Cyclone 5, I think. Frames? So now there are options, so you don't have, because the original board was kind of cheap because it had like subsidies, whatever it's pronounced, from Intel for students. But then people started to use it for the Mister, and then the manufacturer, Terrasic, I think, noticed there was like a demand for their board, so they just increased the prices because, yeah, fuck everyone. And because the prices went up, it created demand for people to create a clone that wasn't as expensive. So now the Mister is accessible again. It's still kind of as expensive as a modern console, so it's not for everyone. Like, for the vast majority of people, I just say go for an emulator. You paid like 110 for the D10 Nano. Yeah, I got it just before it went stupid. Subsidies. I don't know what situation with the clones exactly is, Alex Murphy. I just know that they exist, and it's now cheaper to get a Mister. For which I'm very glad. I want... Sorry, I want things to be accessible to everyone. I hate people who are like, I got it, and now everyone can have it because it's cheap. Fuck off. I have a PS3, and now people are just emulating those games. Yeah, good for them. Stop complaining. There are people like that. Freaking gatekeepers everywhere. Still not cheap. Yeah, it's not cheap. It's cheap compared to how it got to be expensive at some point. It is gaming is an expensive hobby. Truth be told. Okay, wait for him to go to full sleep. Mr. P. Is that the one? Mr. Pi. We say P for the 3.14 number. Taki didn't want to name that. It was probably a marketing thing because of the raspberry. Not cheap to get a missus. Okay. Yeah, I got the joke now. Thank you for pointing it out. I thought it was just a slight Frigidaire. Next shipment expected in October. Yeah, I bought mine. I actually bought mine from this store. I don't remember which one it was. It was one of the recommended stores at the time, and they were from Portugal. And I negotiated with the guy. I managed to get like a sort of a discount for being in Brazil. We communicated in Portuguese and everything. I got a good deal. The only problem I have with the Mister is that the main guy behind it, I have two problems with the Mister. One is that I don't know if this changed, but the core of the Mister is not open source, so you can't fork it properly, and that's on purpose because they want to keep control of the project. So they say they are open source, not quite. And that's a bit of a problem, and I hope. You know, you looked at a rice cooker earlier. Frigidaire. It should be a good cooker. So that's a problem I have on principle. I hope that when they drop the project, they open source everything, because no one is gonna keep going on a project forever. And the second problem I have with them is that 90% of the reason I have a Mister, 95% of the reason I have a Mister, is to use it on my CRT TV. And they have already said multiple times that it's legacy support, and like it's unimportant for them. That it's just a nice to have that happens to work. And like if you're not using it on a CRT, for me, I don't see the point of the Mister if you're not using it for a CRT. Of course, in this particular instance, it helped us play this amazing game, but for me at least, there is no point if you're not running it on a CRT. There are cheaper devices that will do the same. Of course, they're not gonna be as accurate as the Mister, but still. Something with the building tools being licensed too. You can't avoid that, because it's the TerraSeek FPGA. You need to use their tools anyway. That unless you rebuild the tools from scratch with a brand new open source project, which is too much. So if we're making other boards and more focused on analog output. But because they're all, but here's the thing, the Mister cannot be forked because it's closed source, so unless you start making a brand new project from scratch that possibly wouldn't even be compatible with the same cores, that's not reasonable. And those other boards, they just plug into, they depend on the core system, Mister functionality. Yeah, those are I/O boards. They still depend on the software that runs the Mister, and the people who make that software are against maintaining analog video output support. And every time there was this discussion about dual RAM, they would talk about that stuff because you can't have dual RAM and analog output at the same time due to technical limitations of the TerraSeek board because of how many pin outputs it has. I don't know. It's still, despite they saying that, it's still working, so I'm not complaining too much. Okay, he's almost awake. Let me wait. Every project has drama and issues. Yeah, no, that's true. I need to... Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be careful. Wait for him to fully sleep. Get one of these. Blow... I wanted to blow the balloon. Is this thing going down forever? Oh, the thing has a spike that blows the balloon up. It's fine. I do want to blow them up. In a controlled fashion. Like this, controlled fashion. Blow all of them up. Yep. Okay, he almost woke up. Wait for the full sleep. Fine. And now the difficult part, which is the timed part. Ah, so close. Okay, wait. Go. I have to readjust running to the edge. And then there is that analog pocket thing that was poaching devs away or some shit. I hate that shit. I would never buy an analog device because of that bullcrap. First time, yeah, first time every time. That's how we do things here. I exploded that on purpose because he was fully asleep. I give it time. I'll have to jump into the bomb thing, I think. But if I jump on the bomb thing, it's going to explode, and if I fall, then it's going to... Where was he standing, Taz? What are you doing? Ah, so close. Wait, there is a closed door there. But I don't see a button. Maybe that door actually works. Really don't understand the insistence on not replacing the part that can mostly be replaced by digital files. Cards, you mean? Not replacing the part, not replacing the cards by digital files. What do you mean? The Mystery operates on ROM files. Mr. Pi are releasing their own Mr. compatible device. Yeah, that one. I think if you don't have a Mr. and you are interested, you should wait for that. I think it's going to be more accessible, and I think it's going to be easier to handle. You mean the analog things? Oh, okay. Yeah, and the thing is, most of the analog devices, they have like jailbreaking tools that allow you to load ROMs. I think, yeah, of course they should support ROMs by default. Even if you don't want to add support for cards, but then... Like, they even support some games that weren't properly supported on those systems sometimes. Yeah, I think the ROMs, like, for example, the analog SNES clone, it didn't support ROMs for games that had special chips because it didn't have those implemented on the FPGA. It required the chip on the card. So you can't play Star Fox from a ROM. If I'm not misremembering. I don't know, the analog devices, they look sleek. But they're just a marketing gimmick. In general. And they keep talking about how it's not emulation. It is. The Mister is emulation. It's emulation done in hardware. But it's still emulation. That is correct because you have one. Alright. I'm not entirely misinformed then. People fetishize real cards and their business model depends on selling one device per console. Yeah. Yeah, no, that's a good way to put it. Like, I disagree with a lot of things that they have done over the years. And I feel like they're just splitting efforts. There's already not a lot of people who are good enough at making these things. So I think that in general, analog is harmful for video game preservation. But, you know, it's their business model, and I obviously don't fault people for buying whatever feels the right device for them. Okay, this one did not require a button. We don't have to carry it back, right? That would be dumb. You do, but that's on you. No, it's fine. Like, like, people... Life is too short for people to be like, I'm going to deprive myself of all the things that I want and that I enjoy to make a stand, a point. You should, within reason, but if it's something that you really like, I mean, fuck Nintendo for all the shit that I have been doing lately, but I like Zelda games too much. I'm still buying those and playing those. When they release one for the Switch too, I'm getting it. Because I'm going to have hundreds of some of the best 200 hours of my life right there. You can't, you can't, like, it's... I don't fault people for buying things and doing things that bring them happiness. They're so poor, yes. So little time in life. You make a stand up until a point where it's reasonable. Can't wait for Switch 2 Zelda. Yeah, me neither. And I get it that might make me, like, part of the problem or whatever, but come on, give me this at least. There's only so much a person can do to fix the world. You will like Mario Kart, you loved playing it on the Wii. I played a lot of Mario Kart on the Wii. I played a lot of... I skipped GameCube. That era of video games I was on PC only. And I didn't play any of the portable ones. I played the DS one. I played the 3DS one. I didn't play GBA or GameCube. The Nintendo 64 one I played very little at a friend's house. Another 3 years. Yeah, I'm in no rush. I'm in no rush. Although I have finished both current Zeldas. I have plenty of Zelda games I haven't beaten yet. Next up is Link's Awakening. I'm playing the Switch version. And I think the Switch version of Link's Awakening got improvements on the Switch too. You ain't bought a Switch, Mario Kart isn't worth 200. Yeah, no, I'm against buying a console for just a single game if that's the only thing you want there. And I have a problem with the Switch, which I have talked about a lot before. I'm paying a lot for the portability. I don't give a shit Well, they're making a cheaper version, the Switch Lite, which is only portable. Okay, where is my cheaper version that is just a small box with an HDMI port and a slot for the cartridge? I want that cheaper version. I don't want a fucking screen. Fuck your screen, shove it up your ass. I don't want portable. Why am I? That's my problem with the Switch. I'm paying for shit I don't give a crap about. Fucking portable gaming. Fuck off. Dog heard you're playing Tez again. I'm sorry. I had a dream, okay? More of a nightmare, recurring one. I couldn't do anything. You like Nintendo games, wish there were more to play right now. Enjoy Mario Kart. DK Bonanza was great. Playing Chibi Rebel. Yeah, I didn't go for Bonanza yet because I'm backed up on Donkey Kong games. I have a few on the Switch I haven't gotten to around yet. I just want a plain box that I plug into the TV. Thank you! Me too. And the Switch box will be like this, yay big. Just big enough to slot the cartridge in. The Switch 1, I mean. You don't like it? Yeah, I don't like portable devices. I think they're neat, but... Oh, you were still sent to jail. Understandable, yeah. Some of the walls.
How many times do I have to lock you up, you crazy critter?
You crazy critter? He is a crazy critter, yes. Okay, the key's on the other side. So this is like the longest path possible. Well, not quite. Kiwis, you deserve to be in jail. I threw one of those off the cliff. No, this is the longest path possible. Entire length to jump, entire length to get to the key, entire length back, and now entire length again. This is the longest jail path possible. That's fine. Just saying. You were shocked when you found Galgun double piece for the DS in a shop. Galgun, you say? Well, they had those 3DS games, Senran Kagura or something like that. That is just a 3D beat 'em up with anime girls getting more and more naked. And you have 3D pop jiggling tits on screen. They got ported to Steam later. Senran Kagura, thank you, something like that. On your wish list. They never get cheap enough. Those games get very repetitive, and the story is very clumsy. I know it's supposed just to be naked ladies running around. It's not supposed to have a story, but it has deep storytelling, visual novel style. It's kind of nothingness though. Something about a ninja school. Okay, the thing is closed, and then you have good ninjas and bad ninjas apparently. And there's all this drama and people debating their motives. I don't know why there is so much storyline to those games, it's so weird. And they kidnap someone and everyone is sad. And the menus change because they're sad. Oh, boo-hoo, where is so-and-so? You got Beach Ball. Yeah, because that series has so many games that also has like spin-offs. I think the creator was pretty upfront what the games were about, if you recall. Yeah, that's fine. Give people what people want. Very polished. Okay, hang on. I saved. Okay, so it's weird because it says 4-1 and you replace the intro, but that stage is done. Is there like a correct stage that you've beat? And we're doing this, or I assume you have to do all of them. Feels like it plays itself sometimes. I wonder why. Can you play the game with one hand? There you go. Oh, I think you need to close all those doors before you can go in here. And that's the last one. So we beat one stage, there is another... 2? So 4 stages total? It's only 2 flippers. Yeah. that leaves you with 8 fingers to make yourself happy. Dingy and dusty, and there's a smell of gunpowder in the air. Sam mustn't get many customers. All the stages use slam. Ah yes, that line from Space Jam. Yosemite Slam. He sent me laughing. And the Seren Kagura, whatever they're called, games, they're not unfun, but it's the same mechanic all the time. So after playing the game for 1 hour, yeah, that's it. You've enjoyed everything there is to enjoy, other than, you know, the obvious stuff. That was close. Thinking of getting that cowboy-looking woman game. That description. It's a woman game, you say. That's what he says in the bedroom. Okay, the door is closed. Cowboy-looking woman game. It makes it sound like it's a game about cowboys for women. Like some... what is it called? Yaoi? Some yaoi shit? Is that the one you want? No judgment. Onichambara. Cowboy looking woman game, okay. It's not a woman looking for cowboys. I think I know what game that is. Okay, this stage seems suspiciously calm. Woman in bikini and shorts wearing a cowboy hat kills zombies. Okay, but where does the game want me to go? I get that it wanted me to not drop down here, but... But even if I go up there, like, where would there be something I'd want? Maybe one of those is like a pressure plate kind of thingy. You know what game I want to stream at some point? I know it's not related. Mad World, that black and white Wii game. It looks intriguing. I was very curious about it back in the day. I wanted to stream No More Heroes, although No More Heroes is on Steam already, right? Even the first one. That one was very early game. Was Mad World early? Because I think it came after No More Heroes. The one that was very early was Red Steel, which I'm also interested in. I was back in then and I ended up never playing it. Also that Zack and Wild Adventure game, I played it back then but I never beat it. I think I got to the last stage but it was too hard for my adult brain. It's very charming. Okay, maybe there's something here? I don't get it. Do you have to just grab all of these, maybe? ...2009, we came out 2006. Some reason I thought it was early. That's fine. But yeah, I did have a memory of it. No, it wasn't late, but not early either. What does the game want from me? The door is still closed. I did everything there was to do here. I thought it was a very interesting, brave take to do a full black and white game around that era. Especially on the Wii, like a black and white violent game on the Wii. That door is still closed. Steam did an update, realizing we should have the search box. Yeah, I heard about the new store. I don't... the new storefront page. I'm not on that page often. Usually when I go to Steam I already know what I want to buy. You have the search box appear if you start to scroll up a product page and have to scroll to the top. A modern web page design. I mean, Steam has gone through so many updates. Is there another door that happens to be open? Oh, there is this one. Often use SteamDB to search sales. SteamDB is fantastic, yes. Can't confirm. That one is closed. I assume that one is also closed. I need to look. It is, yes. This is a box factory with all the boxes. Is there any deal is fantastic. I have it set up for my account specifically to send, like, I selected every single website I care about. And it sends me emails when there are deals because I'm a bundle fiend. It's how I got so many games on my Steam account. Just indiscriminate usage of bundles. Ah, fuck. Also, like, some bundles are very annoying to... Because when I look at a bundle in a website, I have to, like, check if every game on Steam to see if I have it. I have, like, a set rule of, like, the minimum percentage of games that I can't own in a bundle to buy it. Like, if a bundle has 9 games and I already have, like, 6 of them, okay, I'm not buying a bundle for the other 3. So I need to check which games I have because I can't remember over 10,000 games. And some sites are very shitty to click on the games. They don't want you to look at the Steam page for some reason. But if you go on is there any deal, you can list the games and you can click immediately, check which ones you have. It's another good use for that site. Okay, both the key and the keyhole are here. Okay. Probably have many of the same games as you do. If you get a lot of game from bundles, then yeah. Usually I put a lot of games on my wish list, and every winter sale I set up, okay, I'm spending this much on this winter sale, and then I build the best shopping cart based on my wish list. I just let it build over the year. And in the end, I buy games released several years prior anyway, because games from that year are usually not on a good sale. As precious all the games you have on Steam, Epic, and itch.io, another one, all of the keys you have. I do have better prices, and I make less money. Do you want to trade? Do you want to come to Brazil just for the better prices? Let me warn you, it's not an obvious choice. Good prices and nice butts. Count me in. You make no money. You drive a hard bargain, my friend. And the barbecue. Like, the plans for this weekend... I'm gonna gain weight this weekend. There's nothing I can do about it. The plans for this weekend are Brazilian barbecue for lunch tomorrow. Like, just the best cuts of beef and garlic bread and chicken hearts and sausage all on a spit roast with the smoky smell of the charcoal and the freaking fat off. It's just fucking hell. For dinner tomorrow, we're gonna have shiz. You guys know about shiz, the burger that grows wide instead of growing tall. It's fantastic. I've talked about the shiz at length. Sunday, for lunch, we'll have a homemade lasagna from a person that makes multiple lasagnas a year. It has been making them for decades, so it's the best lasagna you could possibly want. And then for Sunday dinner, my wife is gonna make Brazilian hot dogs. And she makes... I tell this to everyone around here, and they think I'm exaggerating, because yeah, he's talking game about his wife, whatever. She makes the best hot dogs. The hot dog sauce she makes with onions and bell peppers and whatever. Like, it gets like this thick tomato sauce. It's When I was obese, I used to eat like 4.5 in a sitting. I was gonna say no regrets, but I was weighing over 220 pounds, so a little bit of regrets. Your brother lived in Ukraine, moved back here, but his Steam account still has Ukraine prices, no fair. You can change your Steam country on your Steam account. I think you need to provide documentation or a credit card from the region or something. Do you want me to create a virtual credit card here in Brazil for you to make a purchase? Would that work? Do you want to give me access to your account and have me make a purchase on it and switch it to Brazilian prices? You want me to try doing that? I don't mind. It's your account. It's your decision. You can change it. I think you can change your country once a year or twice a year or something on Steam. There are rules about it. Or we could all start like one big as Steam family. And then everyone can play every game. I think they have some check to make sure you live at least somewhere close by. Okay, I don't get this at all. Okay, this one goes up. Family only works in the same house. They changed the rules and many people are mad. But the Steam Family is too good of a deal for it to be any different than that. Honestly. Like, Steam does so much good stuff. I don't think people should be mad about that. It's not meant for... Oh, my Discord group has a Steam Family. Come on, yeah, we all know that's not how it's supposed to be. Oh, is this timed? Oh, it doesn't look timed. Because there is a barrel I can take places. These are gamers we're talking about, I'm sorry. Gamers rise up. The most oppressed people. Oh, okay, I have to bring the barrel here. At least the game is upfront about it. Oh no, I mean, they're annoying and complain about everything. No, I know what you mean, I agree. We're on the same page, don't worry. I was being facetious. I didn't want to get on top of it. Now I have to get off of it and wait for the... You're being attacked by daddy long legs. Moment of silence for Alex Murphy, who barely knew him. Hopefully he can run out of the house and set it on fire before it's too late. I think the yellow buttons are permanent and the purple ones have to be pressed with the barrel. You think America's called them crane fly? I wouldn't know. That didn't... I know what spider that is. I don't know what we call it. Don't know if we have it. Also, here we have 2 doors we can go into. And there's only one purple button here, and there's no reason for that anymore. Let me set this aside. I tried to jump over it. I thought we got stuck there because the camera refused to move back. How do you guys feel about playing like 5 stages with sleepy music and a snoring guy in the back? It's gonna be like 2 hours of snoring Sam in the background. It's great. Some of chat was already saying they were going to sleep. Now I'm creating the perfect ensemble for that. Just what you expect from test games. Careful boxing, carrying. Sleepy music. so hard because of the shitty momentum. This game has the worst momentum. You looked up where Daddy Longlegs live. Estimates everywhere. Wonder what it's called in my country. Hang on. Treme Treme or Aranha Pernalonga. Names more common. They are harmless to humans. Yeah, I'm not familiar with the names. I'm not I'm not too well versed on spiders in general, so. But one of the names apparently is Aranha Pernalonga, which sounds funny if you think about the fact that Pernalonga means long leg. So the literal translation would be long leg spider. But Pernalonga is also the name of Bugs Bunny in Brazil. So it's a Bugs Bunny spider. So close. Is that the... Okay, we finished another stage. Did you have to spin all the way over there? That's a dynamite. Get wrecked, Tess. Stage complete, yes. Poor. Agreed. Very poor stage. And we have to do the jail again. The end of stage you do the jail again. At least it's not too long. It's just dumb.
How many times do I have to lock you up, you?
Okay, we got straight at the keyhole. Just have to find the key. And it's right here, we don't even have to jump across. You know, I'm fascinated by games that do jail segments. Like every single jail segment, it like you need an escape. You're in jail and you have to be able to escape. So every jail has like a simple flaw that people can figure out eventually. And I just think it's fascinating. So many games do the same thing. I think the first campaign on first edition Dungeons and Dragons started with a jailbreak. My memory might be failing me, but I think it did. Either that or some other RPG, but it wasn't... No, it had to be Dungeons and Dragons. I have a faint memory of the floor layout for that. For some reason, that was 30 years ago, holy shit. Weird as shit that you remember, right? Okay, that stage is done. That stage is done. I assume this is the last one. So we have this one to do. You can do them in any order, so it's a level hub. Hotel. It's been a long time since anyone had a party in here. Maybe a good place to hide the crates. Oh, the music is even more sleepy now. Shh. Shh. I think it's the same song. It's just the start is Very calm. Can I step on the piano and wake him up? They have a piano and it doesn't make a noise when... No. That's just lazy. The crane fly, which is what you call daddy long legs, Americans call a different part of that. It's called Tipula Moscagua. Not familiar. No, it's not what I said. No, I was looking specifically at the daddy long legs spider. And the information I found is that it's called Aranha Pernalonga or Treme Treme. Treme Treme would be like shaky shaky in a direct translation. Or the thing you described with that name, that would be a fly, not a spider. UK Daddy Long Legs has wings, really? Oh, I probably have to grab this or something and put down there. Hey Frame, thank you so much for the raid, my friend. Really appreciate it. Thank you. Welcome in everyone from A Frame's channel. I'm Coopert. I stream from Sundays to Fridays. We have been doing a Looney Tunes retrospective for the last 4.5 months. It never ends. Right now we're on game 68, Tez Express. This game is horrible. We are on the 3rd platform for this game. I tried on original hardware, but this game was only released in PAL regions. My Nintendo 64 is not PAL. I had to try the prototype version for the US. It ate my save file, and the timings were all wrong, so the game was kind of unbeatable. So I had to restart from scratch. On the 2nd stream, we tried on an emulator, and it crashed after like 3 hours. It kept crashing on the same spot. I had given up on the game. I was gonna move on without beating it. It was gonna be the first game we didn't beat on the retrospective. But then I realized I could try running it on a Mister, and it's actually running better than the emulator, so... Yeah, we're back in business. Yay, welcome in everyone. What were you doing? Friday Night Vikes. Everhood. Oh, freaking Everhood. That's top 5 adventure games for me. I freaking love that game. Did you beat it? I fucking love the music in that game. It looks so good. It's one of the most charming adventure games ever made. It's a shame none of the spiritual sequels lived up to the hype. There is one on Steam. 2000 something. I forgot the name. It looks fine, but I hear it's not as good. Frame or D-Frame, did you miss Tez and Escape from Mars? You did. And I think that game is actually, as far as Tez games go, hang on. Escape from Mars. As far as Tez games go, that one is the best Tez game we've ever played. Tez games are horrible. The A-Frame, alright. You like it so far? I freaking love that game, it's amazing. It does have like obscure puzzles where you just have to fiddle around with dials, which is not my favorite kind of puzzle, but other than that I freaking love that game. I beat it not too long ago. I remember back in the day I had a demo for it and I played repeated times. It's just so charming. You speedran that for a short time, very short time. Yeah, it's not a good game, but for this retrospective we've had some lousy shit. Right now, Tez games, because I'm building a ranking to show after the retrospective is over. The bottom 2 games on the retrospective are Tez games. And that doesn't even include the Game Gear Tez, which has a song which is Morse code and train horn. It's just that on loop, it's horrible. Tez games. But this game makes Munching Madness seem like a masterpiece. Can you share what's near the top? Near the top is most of Tiny Toon games from Konami. Unsurprisingly. And then Animaniacs games from Konami. And was a surprise to me. Lost in Time. Bugs Bunny Lost in Time for the PS1. The game was amazing. Was very surprised by that one. I didn't expect it to be... Oh shit. I hit the microphone again. But no, it's not a big secret. I do a quick review of the game once I beat it. The worst one was Test for the SNES. But this game is giving that one a run for its money. And the stages we're doing right now, they're not horrible. If you like sleepy music and a snoring guy all the time. Can I push this down there? Can I grab it? No. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have to push that button to raise that platform, but I have to keep it pressed because it's a purple button. So I need something that I can drop there. And I can't see anything that I could possibly... there is a barrel there. Can I break this? How do I get in there? Yeah, that's Tess. Okay, now do I throw it there? Now how do I get out of here? Here. Okay, okay, okay. This is very rare for this game, the puzzle platforming elements. This is fine. I don't have a problem with this. There we go. I need to find a key. Here. But here's the thing. This stage is an exception. This stage is an exception. The game is about... If you think Taz, you'll think of a guy that goes by really fast and spins around a lot and destroys things. You know what I have to do on 90% of the stages of this game? Very carefully carry a box, not let it break. Who thought that would be fun? Who the hell wants to very carefully... It's an escort mission. The entire game, it's... the fragile box. This is the thing you have to escort. And here is where the game shines. The platforming. Oh shit, they learned how to... change the mapping on the texture. Very fancy. I wanted to jump. I forget you can't jump when you carry something. He's almost awake. You have to wait. Give him some time. He needs to go back to sleep. Shh, everyone. Shh. Here we go. The game kind of got dumped there. Okay, that... wait, that thing is gonna blow. But if I take the key out of here... I have to get something else there. Is there anything I can carry there? The plant? No, you can't. You can't even touch it, apparently. There are these boxes. Maybe I can get one of these. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. So here's what I probably have to do. I have to go here. Grab the key. Put the key here. Then bring the box. Lay the box down. Take the key away. Grab the box back. Don't step on it. Put the box down. Put the box down! There we go. Just thought, why does Sim have a load of NS? A lot of N's. Alright. Alright. That... It's very dumb. Congratulations. I approve.
Bye-bye.
Okay, now... Good. Next. You know, this is one of the easiest, most common, reasonable stages we've had. If the entire game was like this, I would be only mildly annoyed with it. Can you? There you go. Riveting gameplay. This might be the end of the stage, actually. And then we get to the final stage of the world, probably. And then we get, like, if you stay long enough on the intro screen, you can see those night stages, which is like the first tile set with different lighting. And I don't know why I'm worried about those. They look too sprawling and too open. Yep. The box. And something happens. What a surprise. Good. I agree, that was kind of a good stage, yes. What's in the box? Yeah, that's like the 4th time that joke has been made. I approve, not complaining. Hollering and yelling. Sam bundles Taz into a jail cell. Some of the walls look a bit flimsy, however.
How many times do I have to lock you up, you crazy critter?
I don't know, you don't have to lock me up. You know you do that because you want to, right? Such a low-hanging fruit. Yeah, it's... I don't mind, I don't mind. Not here demanding chat come up with the best jokes. Most highbrow ones. I wouldn't get those anyway. Okay, let's save and quit. For safety. Let us commit the save file. Well, let's go back in. It says 4-1, it's very limited, the system. It doesn't know we did 3 stages already. So you replace the intro. At least the stages do get saved. Otherwise, this would be way too jacked. At least you can skip that as well. Alright. Done. Yeah, the last stage is open. Is this the first boss fight? Closest we got to a boss fight was running after Coyote 3 times. Agreed. Sam's house. Sam's sleeping, but he's keeping the crate near him in his bedroom. Why does he care? Go find it, but don't wake him up. Why do these people care so much about the crate? It's one delivery, and when you go up the stairs, you make the delivery. So it's not even the same crate every time, it's just random ass deliveries. They... Like someone mentioned, it's just pirate porches everywhere. Yeah, more stealth. It's the entire world for the stealth. And the sad part is, these are the best stages the game has had so far. The stealth stages. Who'd thunk? Okay. So we probably go that way, we grab the key and we come back the other door. Yeah, you can't go back there, so you go around. What? I don't understand what that is because of the perspective. I was gonna say, is this a teleporter maze? So you can be small Taz and then you can go on top of those ones. You can go back to normal, I assume. Can you be big Taz? No. Okay, so we have small Mickey gaming here. Why am I grabbing those things? I don't care. What happened? Okay, that opened. Camera change. Okay, let's get the balloons one at a time for safety. Better to clear them out. Oh, I just realized. There is like a sleep meter. It's not just states. If he's asleep for a long time, like he just fell asleep, he goes back to that state when a balloon pops up. But if he's asleep for a longer time, then he moves up just to the following state. That's why we kept failing on that other stage. I didn't realize, I thought it was like discrete stages and every noise pushed you forward one stage. No, there's like a hidden progress bar for exploding. For waking up, not exploding. Saw the bombs and I thought of explosions. Oh, I'm small so I can go through the bars. There we go. But I can't grab the key. Okay, I have to go back. I'll blow that one up. Get it out of there. Do you guys like backtracking? Freaking love backtracking. Do you guys like backtracking back and forth multiple times? That's even better, right? That's why I play video games. Give me backtracking or give me death, right? That's what I always say. Oh, nice door you have there. Oh, bells. Giant bells to wake him up. Who the hell makes a trap with bells in case you're asleep? And why is he asleep all the time? You might as well go in small Mickey mode. Yosemite Sam doesn't strike me like the kind of guy that would have a library. But sure. Oh, fancy. Oh, you have to step. You don't push the thing, you just step on the arrow and it does that. Yeah, there is no arrow here. Interesting. Oh, good. A jump I probably can't make. Oh, I can. Never mind. Doesn't mean it's easy. I mean, this barely qualifies as stealth anyway. Not complaining, I'd rather have it like this. Because we're not hiding from anything. Just can't. It's like a regenerative health bar. That's it. I don't even know why it shows 3 boxes on the bottom. Probably forgot. I don't know where I am anymore. What if one of these buttons is connected to... I can't do that jump. What if one of these buttons is connected to an alarm system and it just rings a game over? I mean, yeah, we need this box. Wait, did I nearly push it through? I did. I don't know if I was intended to be able to do that, but I did. But I can't grab it, so I can't push it up here. Okay. I don't even know what's the point of that, but... Alright, and this one I can't jump on top of. Working as intended, yes. Verily. I can't grab that key. Fun times. I mean, if you tuned in to get your sleep going, you're welcome. You're probably sleeping like a baby right now. You'll have to grab the key, bring it back there, probably. I can't make through any of that. Did I miss anything? I don't think I go back through the bells. There was nothing unsolved back there. So let me check this again. Must have missed something. Maybe in the library. I have been up here. Yeah, it was this button. I already did it. I wonder if the original design for this had Yosemite never go back to full... Oh, this was closed before. Had Yosemite never go back to full sleep. I think I can't do this jump as Maltese. I'll try it once more. Because that feels like what they would do, right? He just wakes up and eventually stage over, but then they deemed it too impossible. It would be. Alright, I can't do this jump as Maltese. Still feel like I might have missed something in the library. Let me do another pass. Oh, I can't change the camera on this stage. It's fixed in 90-degree angles, but I can. Interesting, didn't realize. I think that's the way I went last time. Okay, that's nothing, and this is where I was at before, which I have deemed undoable in this state. Okay, there's nothing else in the library. It's just the path to that jumping segment. To be able to do that, I need to unlock this door here first. Okay. I can't press this one. I can't. Okay. Maybe. No, but I can't jump on top of the box. Oh, I can. Okay, so here's what you do actually. I thought this box was to put on top of that purple button. It might be later. But right now you have to use it to... You have to push it over there to step on that button. You get stuck on the bars, but then you finagle it through somehow. Like, it doesn't look like it, but you can... there we go. There you go. Okay, this is what we missed before. Doesn't open the library. For that we need a key, probably. Not this one. Alright. Now we grab this box, right? Right? So difficult, and we drop it here. Why am I grabbing these? I don't care. Okay, keeping these open doesn't help me in any way. Here's the key. Blah blah. Even Tez is a bit bored. Is it this way? It is. This should open the library. Watch me mess something up and the entire stage gets reset. I don't have to redo everything. This would be a lousy stage to restart. Hello there, Live Her Best Gives. Taz has multiple games. I forgot how popular he was in the 90s. He was very popular, yes. Have you been here for the other streams of this one? Because I had deemed this game broken and I had cancelled playing through it yesterday. No, you haven't? First stream, we're playing this on actual hardware. Now, this game was a flop. So they released it in Europe, it flopped, they didn't release it outside of Europe, so it's one of the very rare PAL exclusive games. I can't play PAL games on my Nintendo 64 because it's not a PAL Nintendo 64. So I was playing the US prototype version, which I had been told was the same. It wasn't for two reasons. One, the timings were faster, meaning some stages were unbeatable. And it ate our save file, so I lost 2.5 hours of progress. So on the second stream, which was yesterday, I moved to an emulator. Now this is one of the games that is not properly emulated. And I had to start from scratch. And we got to a stage where the game kept crashing and crashing and crashing. So I said, you know, I'm canceling this game. This is the first game on the retrospective we're not beating. Because you can only play on actual hardware. I'm not gonna import a PAL Nintendo 64. Or an emulator and it's broken. So I can't play it. And today I realized that I could try playing it on the Mister and it actually works. So we're back to more Taz. This might be the last stage on World 4. Oh, you start from here. Can I do the jump like this? Is that... Okay, it started us back because that was kind of a soft lock if he kept respawning us there. Okay, wait for Yosemite Sam to fully fall asleep. This is a stealth stage. We can't wake Yosemite Sam. You're glad? I don't know, man. I wish I hadn't thought of this. That way I didn't have to play this game. This game is horrible. Everyone in chat yesterday was like, no, good call. Don't play this game anymore. Yeah, the platforming. At least you have like infinite lives and everything. And this is not one of the normal stages where you carry the box around. It's an escort mission. The entire game is an escort mission. You're carrying this box around and it can't break. It's so fun. Is that the end? Door. Calm down, door. Let me go through first. Can't change the camera. Oh, this is back here. I have to get the key. Please don't close door. Don't close. The door closes. I'm jacked. What is that? The most random objects in Sam's house. Okay, here's the key. Blah, 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 blah. It does. This game does have the best test sounds. I'll give you that. Okay, is this the end? Oh. 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 Be very quiet. I'm hunting rabbits. Shh, 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 shh. Okay, okay. Clearly designed for children. You haven't seen the if you think that you just haven't seen enough of the game. That stupid ass catapult stage. I dare to that rocket launching stage. Children would be crying to their parents. Good, yeah, we got a good stage. And the World 4, like I've mentioned that before, if every stage was like World 4, this game would be fine. We don't have to carry the box, we have to babysit the thing, we don't have stupid ass mechanics with springboards and catapults and racing a fuse and conveyor belts that bug the box out. 6 months later? Man, that's a package that's never getting anywhere. Is it always the same box? And then there's gonna be a reveal at the end that it's a... Death gets swamped. Watch the fireflies, they'll help you find the path to the exit. Final world, chat! Commit the save to disk. Really hoping the last world was the last world. No, we are on 5-1, it's 5 worlds, and they all have very random amounts of stages. World 1 has 3, they're very easy. And kind of fun, except for that cannon segment. Yeah, the cannon segment, wait. No, the cannon launch is World 2. World 2 has like 7 or 8 stages? No. We had 5. World 2 had 5. World 7 had 7 or 8. World 3 has 7. I know English, I can speak. Alright. Now World 4 had like 4 stages, I think. They were very easy. Like compared to World 3, World 3 was demented. World 3 was jacked beyond belief. The coyote stages. So is World 5 gonna be like 3 or like 4? Because those could go very differently. I want to take a brief look at my Mr. Hang on. Make sure the saves are saving. Yeah, they are saving. We're fine. The game is saving properly. We're okay. One of your favorite characters is Foghorn Leghorn. He has so much to teach us. I say. What does Batman tell him? And again, hang on. I think Batman tells him something. I'm checking real quick. I say. And Batman punches him in the face. Yeah, what do you say? Let me show you guys what I'm talking about, in case you haven't seen it because it's too good. If you haven't seen it, the link is on my Discord. Hang on. Here. This is Batman punching Leghorn Foghorn. I say. Yeah, what do you say? Suffering succotash. Your succotash definitely seems to be suffering. If you haven't seen this Batman Elmer Fudd crossover is phenomenal. Every frame on this is a work of art. Sorry, Tweety, I think you may have grabbed your West Putty tat. Hello, my honey. Hello, my baby. Hello, my ragtime gal. You're despicable. Batman punching Daffy Duck. This is so good. Thank you once again, that one appreciated, for providing us with this gloriousness. Alright, where is my game window? Here. Let's going. What the hell is this? That's Batman Elmer Fudd crossover from DC Comics. If you go on my Discord on the Random Memory channel, there is a link, Batman Elmer Fudd special, where you can read it for yourself. It's very good. Okay, so there's a new puzzle element here. I need to find a safe place for the box. I don't know, there isn't anything chasing the box right now, so maybe the box is safe. Some impassable objects can be destroyed with the spin, so why don't you give it a try? This seems suspiciously reasonable for now. It says as spin. Yeah, you can spin. It's uncontrollable. As usual. I can't break that. Yeah, okay. Wait, sneeze. Sneeze? It's gone? What does this say? Use the crank handle to build bridges. Fancy. Where is the crank handle? What? I thought I could break these. I hit the box, by the way. The box has been destroyed. I span on top of it. We lost a box already. It's been a recurring problem. I can probably make this jump. Why do they make every single jump like on borderline limit on how far you can jump? Pardon. There you go. Maybe I have to break some of these. I mean, look, if these stages get reasonable now, after 2 and 3 being all the jacked stuff, I might rank this game up. Because right now this feels way too reasonable. Why did I... It could change, of course, but right now it feels like the game was jacked just for a little bit. Also, part of the reason I ranked it solo was because of the crashing, which is emulator stuff, so it's not entirely fair. Wait, what was in here? Why did I come here? I don't know. I have no idea. All the fireflies are telling me, oh, the crank is under that. But how the hell do I break that thing? I can't go up here while spinning. And I certainly cannot spin up here. There's not enough space. Wait, there is? It's just so incredibly tight. All the puzzles are a bit weird, feels like. Okay. They don't have box protectors, but now they have enemies? Okay, this looks like like a horrible stage to 100%, but we're not 100%ing anything. I hate these jumps. Don't spin that close to the box, Tess. The fireflies will light the way, but be careful where you step, the water can be very deep. Wait, what? Is there like a hidden path here that you have to make with the box? That's not it? Shallow water maze, yeah. Okay. So here? And then we're gonna drop it in the water because of the stupid ass piece. Can I maybe, yeah, do this and maybe kill that fool? Can I do that? I can't control my spinning, so I can't do the maze while spinning. That would be impossible. I have to wait for the thing to come here. It doesn't come all the way down. Okay, the maze is not too horrible. The problem is the bee. The maze is not too horrible, he says. So, touch the thing and go between, and then like this. What? How the hell am I supposed to do this with the box? I know the path. Path is on the... Is the path on the... There is a correct side to this. Okay, if you just follow the fireflies, it does work. The problem is I don't have time. Also, I can't bring the box there. I have to fix that bridge first. Maybe this thing gets fixed before you have to bring the box in. Maybe this thing is here because this wall is breakable? Yeah. There's a lot of breakable shit here. What? Just in general? Minecraft inspiration found. He has Vampire MSX. This is actually kind of an advanced part of the game. I do appreciate that wall breaking thing.
Thank you.
The Huck, thank you so much for the raid, my friend. I do really appreciate it. Welcoming everyone from the Huck's channel. I'm Cooper, I stream from Sundays to Fridays. We have been doing a Looney Tunes retrospective for the last 4.5 months. We're on game 68 out of 103. I had already given up on this game. It was the first game on the retrospective I was giving up on, but we're back. I managed to get it running again. Lucky me. We're on the final world actually, so maybe we can beat it. We're getting close, yeah. Welcome in everyone. Hope everyone is doing well. What were you doing? Compact LTE Elite plus a smart station dock, selecting a sound card and fixing stuff. Fun! I need to look at that VOD. I enjoy watching. I messed a lot of that kind of hardware back in the 90s. Elbow deep into cards and motherboards and stuff like that. What the heck? Yeah, the heck. Welcome in, my friend. Everyone enjoy your stay. If you can. Game is a bit noisy. The bee got bugged when I paused. I'm lowering the volume because the bee got bugged. Shouldn't have paused. Branger. Yeah. What about this key though? I don't know where it goes. Haven't seen a keyhole that I can remember. Maybe there is more shit to break. Oh! Right there, apparently. To reach the exit, you need to open the gate. Maybe a switch will help. Okay, that's the exit. I just need to go grab the box. And then maybe the bee can F off. Okay, back to this. Yeah, fine. If changing stages doesn't fix it, I can save and reload. I wonder where that jump will take me. Because I really don't want to do the shallow water maze with a box. The bee is messing with my concentration. I have to lower my volume a lot. Yeah, now what can I blame? The joys of early 3D games. So joyful, yes. Thank you, the third levels, for the little bee. Okay, don't step on that before I grab this. We have to do the shallow water maze with the bee and the box. Okay, wait for the fireflies. And make sure I walk properly here. Thank you, bee, for already damaging the box right away. Thank you, bee, for breaking the box for me. Where does the box even spawn? Can I go there? No, I can't. Shallow water reminds you of Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake for the MSX2. Annoying. I haven't played the second one, I only played the first one for the MSX. I haven't played many MSX games. It was Metal Gear, first one, and Castlevania. MSX Castlevania is so different. It's very interesting. Okay, we have a limited amount of boxes. The bee is still going. Yeah, the bee broke the box a lot for us. That was bullshit. And again! I tried to kill this bee before. I'll try to kill the bee. We're on our last box. Right, I can destroy the box on my own with the maze. I don't need help from the bee. I'm very curious about exploration. It was the first version you played. Yeah, it's a very different game. It's very hard. Because it has no continues and no extra lives if you don't have the Konami card. B. Oh, it's just not coming close enough for me to kill it. Okay, maybe let the bee come back. I can't spin properly anymore. Let me go back again. You released OpenSX 21.0 today. On the 13th, you released Illusion City English. It's been a busy month. I really appreciate that kind of work, actually. That OpenSX, is that the launcher thingy? The package is a bunch of stuff? Because if it is, I've used it. Or is that an emulator? I might be mixing my projects up. Emulator, alright. Still truly appreciate it. You're doing God's work for game preservation. Catapult is a launcher, which isn't it anymore. No, it isn't a launcher, what I was thinking of. There is like the Mega AGS for Amiga was like a collection of MSX software with a selector thing. It is what I use on my Mister. Instead of loading the games individually. Just makes it an easier experience for people who didn't grow up with those systems. Alright, I'll have to try the box. I can't kill the bee. Yeah, the MSX I think was one of the few non-PC computers that actually kind of made their way down to Brazil back then. Amiga never got here, or the Commodore 64, or the ZX Spectrum, none of those. You quit the Mr. Scene to support the new MSX core that's being made. Oh, they're starting a new one! I haven't been keeping up with the Mr. too much lately. My box! I'd have to rush this, but I can't rush this. Because it's a shallow water maze. You can't rush it. I am rushing it because I have no choice. Because the bee's coming again. And it dropped my fucking... I can't stand this game, man. It's horrible. Okay, sound is back to normal. I hate this game. I'm sorry. This game has been... hell on my soul. Silence. F the B, yeah. Gradiente, yeah. Good call. Yeah, we had the problem with the market reserve back in the day because of the stupid military dictatorship and their stupid rules for computers. So we couldn't import computers legally. That included consoles, which is why the clone scene was so powerful down here. And it's why Sega got such a head start in Brazil, because they actually manufactured the Master System down here. UK has the Commodore 64 and specking only the Amiga, yeah? You think you know why this game's staying in Europe? Yeah, the game did flop over there, so they didn't bother releasing it anywhere else because of, you know, cartridge costs. They would just lose money. That's an interesting story that I'm not overly familiar with, the market reserve thing in Brazil. It is interesting. Basically, rich people with political connections would get access to imported computers and game consoles. Because you can't have a military dictatorship, or dictatorship in general, without a truckload of corruption. I actually had a friend that had an original NES because his dad was in the military. So he traveled and shit, so... Other than that, people were like going through a lot of effort to clone those computers and consoles down here. Because there was no other option, like you couldn't. It was either that or smuggling. Smuggling also worked, but it was less reliable, of course. So they had a bunch of companies doing clones of comparison consoles, and for the NES we had like 4 or 5 different competing clones. And one of those, I think it was the Dynavision, which was made by Playtronic. It was one of the best NES clones in the entire world. I'm not making that up. I'm not pulling that out of my ass. The ones who believe that was Nintendo themselves, because they actually decided not to ignore the Brazilian market and do what Sega did, so they partnered up with Playtronic, saying, you guys did such a good job cloning our consoles, we want you to release our consoles officially down there. Playtronic remained making Nintendo consoles. They made the official NES down here, which was very short-lived, because this was like early 90s or something. And they did release the Super Nintendo and the Nintendo 64, but their version of the Nintendo 64 was a little bit jacked. They were kind of winging it by then, so when Nintendo came up with the transparent Nintendo 64s, they switched from Playtronic to Gradiente down here. Mine is a Gradiente one. We had clones of the Sinclairs at X Spectrum. We might have. I was not following that scene. We did have mostly IBM PCs down here. Those other computers were largely ignored. By the time we was up to IBM PCs, the market reserve thing was dying down. So Nintendo kept with Gradiente for the rest of the Nintendo 64 life, and then they bowed out of the market for the GameCube. They just ignored it. Sega continued all the way from the Master System to the Dreamcast, and they're still making Master Systems down here. They're still selling those. Nintendo only came back a few years midway through the Switch lifespan. Make local consoles. Yeah, we had like a bunch of consoles that were just like Nintendo clones. And I remember this advert. I should find it. Let me pause the timer a little bit while I'm talking about random shit. There was this advert. Yeah, I found it! Holy shit! This is... I don't know if it's going to look as amazing to you guys as it does look to me. But it's a very interesting bit of history here. This was an ad that I remember seeing on magazines for kids when I was a kid. And basically they have the J72 and the A60 adapters from Dynacon ahead of your imagination, and you can order it by filling that form down there. And yeah, it says Nintendo Maniacs. Look at this. If you have a Phantom system, a bit system, or an American Nintendo, now you can play cartridges from the Japanese system using the J72 adapter. And if you have a Dynavision 2, a VG800, or a Japanese Nintendo, you can play with the cartridges of the American system using the A60 adapter. Nintendo Maníacos, yes. Brazil most likely couldn't get their hands on the RISC chips for the Nintendo 64, the CIC chip. No, but we weren't cloning consoles from the SNES onwards. We were using normal stuff from the manufacturers. So the idea, of course, these are 72 to 60 pin adapters and back and forth. And you can see there is that little, if you haven't seen those, you see that little blue cloth sticking out of the right adapter? That's because if you're using that on an American NES, it goes in and you need to be able to pull it out. I had a friend that had one of those and you had to pull from the little cloth tab to pull it back out because it was all the way inside. Because you would pull the cartridge out and the adapter would stay in. And the funny thing is, no one here back then knew English. So it didn't matter if the game was in English or in Japanese. No one cared. You couldn't read it either way. Which is why, you know, some systems were Japanese, some systems were American, made no difference. Just use an adapter if you want to play the other ones. That went on with the SNES. Everyone bought their Nintendo SNES, and then they filed down the tabs to use Japanese cartridges. And you went to a rental place, sometimes they had Japanese cartridges, sometimes they were American. No one cared because no one could read anyway. I don't know, I find that shit to be fascinating. Let me pull this down and resume the timer. I'm not stalling, I don't want to play the game. Of course I'm stalling. No, that stuff is interesting. Yeah, this game, man. That, if it wasn't for that bit... That stupid shallow water maze with a bee. A bee, chat. There's a bee. Kills your box. Because your Taz, you need to be very careful with the box. I want to spin. Can I spin? There is a plant here. I can't spin because the plant won't let me. Taz defeated by a plant. Shrubbery. Years ago, you went down to a deep rabbit hole about the import laws that I've been talking about. This is to hear from someone instead of reading about it. I mean, ask away if you have any questions. Just keep in mind that I was a kid. But yeah, like, people were like making ROM hacks for like Super Mario 4 for the NES. Because the SNES took a while to make its way down here, of course. Then it was like they had this thing, which I think is still technically a thing, where they have set up this place in the Amazon as a place where if you manufacture stuff there, you don't pay taxes. It is called Zona Franca de Manaus, or Manaus Free Zone or something. And basically that's where the consoles were manufactured back in the day. Then they, like, for example, the PS4, they basically brought the they bring the PS4 from United States, I presume, and they box it up in Manaus, and then that gets like a tax rebate. So it costs them more money to do that, box them in here, but they get a tax rebate because they're creating jobs down here, I guess. So technically, oh, it's made in Brazil, it's just boxed here. And then, you know, we had the PS4 double the price of the American one because of taxes anyway, whatever. But it was boxed down here because of tax rebates. So then comes in our stupid-ass previous presidents, am I right? And he decides, I'm gonna give gamers a gift because I'm a gamer guy that cares about gamers. I'm gonna reduce the taxes on the PS4 by 10-15% something. You know what Sony did? Sony did the math. And they realized that, okay, with those taxes lowered, we can not box them in Brazil and keep the same price. So they took their jobs away. They closed the boxing places down here. Then their PS4s just were sent straight from the US and the price stayed the same. Good work, everyone involved. And of course some people just read, oh, he lowered taxes on video games, I'm gonna vote for him next time. Bolsonaro loved me. If he loved me, he'd die for my sins. He's still alive, the piece of shit. All the Brazilian 20-in-1 cards. Yeah, I had a Atari 2600 cartridge that had like 96 games or something. Great success. What happened to the Xbox and weird news about them pulled from stores in the US? Costco basically sells things that sell in volume. And the Xbox wasn't selling enough volume. Like, Costco has a policy that only keeps stuff in shelves that gets off the shelves, basically. So it was business decision. That's what it was advertised as, business decision. The Xbox just doesn't sell enough to justify giving it shelf space for Costco. That's my understanding of what happened. But I mean, like, look, I'm not one to comment on politics, especially politics that is not from my country. I'm not qualified, so I keep it to myself. But Bolsonaro is too much a piece of shit to just like ignore. Him and his entire stupid ass family. Oh, the bees attacking the box. Are you kidding me? Okay, you know what? Pull the box all the way back away from the bee. Maybe Xbox will go the way of Sega. People have been considering that for a while, which is a shame, but you know, they dug their own grave, I guess. Not that I care about Microsoft in general, but it's less competition, it's always a bad thing. Stupid bee. And people will be like, oh, the Xbox is the only console that did properly support all the games from Xbox One, like backwards compatibility without selling upgrades like Sony and Nintendo are doing, and people rewarded them by putting them blast in the console race. I get that argument, but you have to keep in mind that the only reason Microsoft was being the nice guy was because they were in last. When they got a whiff of being maybe in first, maybe in the United States, they decided to fuck up the Xbox One so much, getting rid of physical releases and everything else. So don't trust Microsoft, don't trust any of these companies, they'll do anything when they're in last. And they will fuck you up when they're in first. They have time and again. Kojima was making a game exclusive for the Xbox. That's the least wild thing Kojima has done. Man, this bee, I don't know what to do with that bee when it comes to freaking... No physical is no deal. The thing about physical on the Switch 2, in all honesty, it has been overblown. Why? Because all the first-party games on the Switch 2 will all have physical releases. And if you get to a third-party game that doesn't have a physical release, then don't get it, don't support that practice from them. It's not Nintendo mandated that shit, they're just giving options. It's no worse than when with the Switch 1 they were selling games that was just a code in the box. You literally cannot kill the bees. And honestly, and that's just my opinion, now that's a matter of personal preference. I wouldn't buy a Switch for third-party games anyway. Like, it's the last place I would play a non-Nintendo game. And I know it's portable. And for some people that's the main point. We have established very well here that I don't care about portability at all. Jerk B, it is a jerk B, yes. Physical isn't physical anymore. That's a problem as well. I do prefer physical. All those games that require day one patches to be played. You have MSS cards from 1984. And you shove it and it plays. Yeah, those are like... yeah, there is a name. Something... Bitmasks? Whatever, those don't degrade. Switch cards do degrade. They don't use the same tech as those. So Switch cartridges will stop working eventually. Just like all the optical media games are also gonna stop working eventually. You stop buying games, pretend it's because you're strong-willed, not because you're poor. And, like, I don't say this enough, I guess. No, I do, I think I do. I fully support video game piracy. I'm all for it. I buy a lot of games. I have a gigantic collection on Steam. I have plenty of physical games on my shelves over there. And piracy is the only way to keep devs honest. I haven't pirated a game in a while. If I have to, I will. If I really want to play a game and it's only available on the fucking Epic Game Store, I'm pirating it and I have a clear conscience. I don't give a shit. I'm happy with that. I'm at peace. If I haven't played Alan Wake yet. I played the first one, I like it, I want to play the second one, I'm pirating it. I don't care, and I'm encouraging everyone in chat to do the same. Never give any money to fucking Epic and their fucking lousy shit. Yeah, CD rot. All your Sepultura CDs don't play anymore. You know, that reminds me, my music CDs probably don't play either. Only reason to buy Nintendo is to get Nintendo. That's my take on it, yes. Any game that is available anywhere else, why buy it for the Switch? And my main preference is PC anyway. Has been for decades. Now, I buy digital on Steam and GOG. That's the ones I trust. Anyone else, you know, it's like... It's gonna be there for as long as they are not an entire failure. I mean, if you buy games on the Epic Store, I guarantee you won't have those games 50 years from now. If you think you will be alive 50 years from now, of course. I don't think the Epic Game Store is gonna last longer than... Team fucking piece of shit Sweeney. It's Team Sweeney, right? I'm not messing up with the... Yeah, I think it is Team Sweeney. You don't worry about things lasting another 30 years. I can understand that. For a while there, a good while there, I did think because of age and other things, I did think my life was kind of over. I've managed to get out of that mentality, luckily. But I get it, I do. Okay, this is the shitty part. And here comes the bee. I don't want to rush. I can't rush. Where are the... This is impossible. Okay, fuck this game. Why can't I kill the bees? All your burned DVDs were old enough to rot. They all went through the shredder. I have a lot of burned DVDs. Why are you making me annoyed with myself? Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take a close look at that maze. There were a bunch of jumps there. Maybe one of those I can use to get the box up there without going through here. At that time it worked because I was rushing, so I didn't give the bees any time. Look at that, man. So many bees. They lasted better than pre-DVD burned CDs. I still rely on burning CDs for PS1 and Saturn. I haven't bothered modding my consoles with those ODEs. Maybe I should, but this... Wait, what is that? Oh, this was for that crank. So you could technically skip some of the stage from here? Oh, you know what? Maybe I can bring the box here, and if I can throw it on that platform, there is still a bee to worry about. I'm gonna try this, because holy fuck these bees. Yeah, I'll try that. That's my project. I don't want to go through the shallow water with the box. Hopefully it works. I have 2 attempts with the box. Let me test it, If I press A, it throws it up. If I hold forward and press A... Oh look, it broke. I can't throw it there. Some items you can't throw the box. That's why there is a cheat for I think there is a cheat for being able to throw the box. Because if we could throw the box, I could throw it here? Because you can't jump with it. Why is the B such an a-hole? Yes. And then I could skip everything. I don't want to skip everything, I just want to skip the goddamn shallow water maze. I can do the shallow water maze, I can do the bees, I can't do both at the same time, that's unreasonable. Right, this, I can't go up from here, right? Yeah. Yeah, there's nothing there. Alright, I'll have to try. I'll try the thing twice, I'll get a game over, and I'll end the stream. That's the story of my next few minutes. I have seen the future, and it's not real. Can anyone redeem that for me? Appreciate it. The bee, the bee, the bee, the bee. Like, even the camera, if the camera was a bit...
Because your moves are weak, babe, okay?
Not that
Your
one.
moves are weak.
I was looking at the correct spot on the shallow water, so it just broke the box instead of destroying it immediately. So that's a good thing, but here comes the bee! That was lucky. Can I... Oh god, don't step on that. That's a GG. Not a GG, a BG. Oh god, oh god. I did not see the future. How about this instead? My moves are weak! What do you mean I just got it? First try every time. There I showed you, witty name guy. Staying alive, I got almost all the tokens. I did it, yes. I did not expect to do it. Test down under, oh. Collect the eggs and you're almost there. What? I'm doing fine. I don't know. I'm pretty tired with this game. On your marks for the great Kiwi egg hunt. Tasmanian Devils definitely not welcome.
He has seen the future, and it's not real.
I actually had not seen the future. I thought it was gonna fail. I thought the stream was ending right now. We are watching a long play for tips, and I go and beat the level. I'm so sorry for inconveniencing you like that. I hit the microphone, I'm sorry. Okay, I got an egg. Oh, by the way, just save and reset. We lost all of our boxes. They don't replenish your boxes. Cache the kiwi. You can, it doesn't do anything. Commit the save file. Play this game. I don't want to. Like, it says it's we're almost there, but chances are this thing is going to like 10 stages. One of these worlds went to like 8. You can't fool me, game. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, you can't fool me again. Oh, the bees are back! You still can't kill them. Gameplay guy has 20 plus boxes. He's cheating. He's cheating. No, you can't stockpile boxes. You start with 3. You see there on the bottom, they only go down, they never go up. You can't recover a box. Is there a cheat for that? There is a cheat for infinite boxes. And look, whatever, right? If he's upfront about it, it's fine. Especially for this game. I need to break that, but I can't get enough of a distance for spinning. Well, if I use the bridge, maybe. I did see there was a jumping pad down there. Nope, I'm too famished to run. I could run there, but I can't go back to the bridge spinning. And if you turn around, you lose your momentum. It just tries anyway. At least you don't have to keep redoing the stage. Like that shallow water segment, if you had infinite tries, I could just keep doing it. Well, the box would reset, but at least I wouldn't have to redo the entire stage. The rocket launch segment, you can just keep retrying the fuse race until you get it. But it does make the game a lot more civilized. I'm not opposed to using it, but I've already made my way all the way to 5.2. I think I'm fine. Oh, is there something? No, there isn't. Why can't I spin? Stupid bees. The bees have drained all my health. Well, I think there is like a full heal at the start. Yeah, there is. It's gone. I have to... There we go. Okay, this will allow me to spin again. Now bring in the boxes to the bees until the path is fully clear. What is this? Oh, you have to bring the... If you're reading this test, forget the last beat, I'm gonna squish you. Is that gonna be the only boss fight of the game? Okay, you have to go back and find all the eggs. Because of course you do. Why does she hate Taz if Taz wants to help? Oh, here is one. That one was kind of hidden. Danger. Eh. Yeah, she's gonna squish me. Get out of the way. Stupid kiwis. I saw. Yeah, that's the green one. You think I also hate Taz? I mean, look. Taz is the victim. He didn't make these games. He didn't approve them. He's being made to go through this shit. He's even more of a victim than we are. Do we break the egg if the bee hits us? There's a little bit to clear here. Just in case there is a hidden egg there. I have to go around looking for... Oh, here. The last one is at the start. When you beat a stage, you get an extra box. So if you beat every stage without losing any boxes... Do you get a box? Yeah, the egg breaks. Do you? I didn't notice. Why does the Mama Kiwi want to kill Taz and not the bees? It's the bees breaking the eggs, not Taz. Taz made the SNES one specifically. Well, then fuck Taz. I hate that game. This game is ranking up, actually. It has enough variety and interesting things in it, and because we're rid of the... I ranked it too low because I was pissed off with the crashing. Which is not the game's fault. Okay, now the worst one. Or maybe if you get all the tokens on a stage, you get an extra box or something. Oh, we're still, chat, we're still alive. I think, yeah. I have to walk a little bit. Wait, I'm still... No, I'm not. What is this thing down here then? Oh, it just sends me back. Oh, whatever. I actually touched the bee there. Felt it with my hands. Just notice the long play, beat the level with say 4 boxes and start on level SO5. Oh! Yeah, like I said, I didn't notice that. But okay, maybe that's it. Why am I bringing the box? I wanted to get the egg. Yeah, see, now the box is getting broken. Ah, because of the bees. I grabbed the box out of habit. The egg is here somewhere right there. Yeah, thank you. Oh, the bee found the box and it's going for it. The bees are going for the box. It's blinking red. It isn't and now, but sometimes it does. There was no way I could... Like, this is not fun for all ages. No ages find this fun. And then we have to bring the box. The box is gonna break on the first attempt. Because it's already damaged. What happens if I press... Oh, you throw it. Okay. It's good to know. Can't Tess hold it in his mouth? Maybe for safety, for safekeeping. Maybe put it in nature's pocket. Yeah, I saw the bee coming. I tried to dodge it. I kind of did it. There's coming from behind and above. Oh, the last one. No! Can I... Holy... Okay, I have to go back for the box now. In the prison wallet. Yeah, that's what I meant by nature's pocket. Yeah, fuck off. Fucking bees. That catapult stage yesterday almost broke my spirit. Jesus Christ. That was the most bullshitty one, that's for sure. Yeah, the box is gonna break, there's only one more hit in it. I'll try my best still. Dodged, but it's still coming for me! Okay, last guy. This one is the worst. It's right in the way. Okay, flew back. Tess, keep going. Don't stop. Don't stop. Just go. Hey! Okay, I didn't get a game over there. I didn't break a box in that stage even. Do I get 4 boxes now? The Kiwi Arena. Mama's angry. Have you been nasty to her babies on the way here? I have. And I don't regret it. We have 3 boxes. I didn't break any boxes. What gives? I'm pretty sure I didn't break any boxes. Only that you can see is placing the egg down when you think you're gonna get stung. That doesn't sound too bad. Actually. Now that I don't need to do it anymore, it's good to know. Okay, where is... We get a boss fight! How would a boss fight work for this? Okay, so spinning is not it. That would be too reasonable, right? You spin in a test game, right? Okay, yeah, it is just throw the thing. And then maybe spin on it when it's... Yeah, get hit holding it. Spinning doesn't help. Or maybe just keep throwing the boxes. What? I hit it again. Apparently it has iframes. Okay, the box is healed. It's fine. The boss doesn't have a health bar. That would be too good for this game. Can you throw it, Tess? Thank you. Didn't even play the animation that one time. I think I might have hit it. Yeah, you do hit it. Let me heal the box up. One badass Kiwi. Yeah. I mean, it was fine. It was weird because there was no feedback. On hitting the boss properly. Is this the end? I think we finished the game. Well, the delivery was 4. Oh. Game completed. Congratulations. New gizmo awarded. Now try again. This time with the jetpack. You have to beat the game 4 times to get the best ending. I'm not doing that. Deliver your package. Yeah, you have to. Yeah, no, we finished the game. But now we have a jetpack. I don't know how to use the jetpack. Is it here somewhere? Oh, it's... Oh, they added bees to all the stages. They have bees now, chat. Did you think the game was missing something? Now you have bees. A jetpack would be like one of those, for example. Let me see. They're killing the box already. I want to see if I can find one jetpack just to see what it is like. No, not the bees. Yes, thank you for the GGs, everyone. We did beat the game. Not playing through every stage, now with bees. And then again, it's 4 times to beat the entire game. Oh, they removed one of the doors. Oh, this isn't the jetpack. Yeah, we don't have all the gizmos yet. This is for a different gizmo, not a jetpack. Four times the fun. I'm sure that's someone's reasoning for coming up with this shit, yes. When Ghosts and Ghosts or Goblins and Ghosts or Ghosts and Goblins, I can never keep those games. Dakai Mura. When that game has you play through the entire game a second time to beat it, it's already bullshit, so... What about the left side? Is there a jetpack on the left side? Why does this keep screaming? We did it, yeah. We did it. Oh, the jetpack. It has a timer. Wait. Go higher. What the fuck? Oh. Oh. But then what's the point of the jetpack? It's fine, power-ups are fine. The game should have had them for the first playthrough. I assume I can still grab the box while the jetpack is... No, you can't grab anything with the jetpack. I have to wait for it to end. It's better than the... Oh, that thing doesn't send me up there. You know what? Yeah, it's fine. Oh yeah, oh, we're good. We're good. And the timer, 9 hours. 9 hours. I'm not playing through the game 5 times. Let me turn my mister off so I can stop hearing the game. We actually beat it! Worlds 2 and 3 are so much more jacked than 4 and 5 in 1. 1 is easy. I don't know why they did it like that. It's kind of jacked. I'm gonna update my rank. Test Express is not the worst game on the list, no. It's better than SNES Test. Is it better than the Game Gear one? I think it is. Is it better than Looney Tunes V-Ball? Honestly, I had more fun with it. Like, this was fine. Is it better than Munching Madness? That's a good question. It isn't. That game is more reasonable, so it's worse than that. I'm putting it here. It gained a bunch of spots. Because we ended on, like, the worst stage possible, the game does feel more reasonable later. It's not that horrible. There were it was like 3 stages, World 5. And 4 stages on World... I don't know what's up with World 3. That was just jacked. Test Express is still quality. Can't be bad. Yeah, see? Quality. We got quality, chat. That's what matters. So... You missed the ending. Yeah, Battle Mario, you get a new power-up. And if you play through the entire game, you get another power-up. And if you play through the entire game, you get another power-up. I think that might be the last one. And then you can keep playing through the game, I think. Or something. Maybe you get a level select. I don't know. You have to beat the game 4 times. I'm only beating it once. It does change a little bit. They added bees to the earlier stages. It don't look like a ton of fun. Probably more fun than some other test games. You see, that's the thing. Is the game good? No. Does it rank low on the Looney Tunes retrospective? Not that low. It's better than a lot of test games. For one, it's better than B-Ball, for example, as well. But yeah, this game yesterday, it got 2 thumbs down from me because I was too pissed off with it. That was an unfair ranking. It's not that horrible. You know what I didn't complain about? I didn't complain about the controls, and yes, spinning Taz is uncontrollable like in every single Taz game where he can spin. And jumping platforms is shit. But the camera angle made it a lot easier to jump. Like, as shitty as the jumping was, it wasn't as bad as Duck Dodgers. Duck Dodgers is a better game, but the jumping is easier, so I didn't complain about the controls. The music is fine when it exists, it's fine. The graphics are pretty good. Not on the level of Duck Dodgers, that has the dynamic lighting, but the graphics were good, they were solid, no complaints there. We didn't fight the camera much. And again, it had a few very jacked stages, but it's not that bad. Micro Machines on DNS doesn't have a soul. See, that's a bad game, right? Of course. So yesterday I gave it 2 thumbs down. That's unfair. I don't think it even warrants 1 thumb down at this point. It doesn't warrant a 1 thumb up either. So this gets into that weird ass place. I did talk a lot about this game as I conclude my review here. I had to play on 3 different platforms to get it to run. I don't know if anyone, like, it's very difficult for people to play this game because it crashes on emulators. And I don't think there is like any rush for emulator devs to fix that. Maybe some, you know, maybe it crashes on the accurate emulators. Maybe if you're running one of those higher level emulators, maybe it doesn't crash. The ones that aren't as accurate, maybe it doesn't crash on those. Everyone needs to get a Mister. So just so they can play this game, yes. It ran surprisingly well on the Mister, I'm surprised. I mean, the Mister is amazing, but the Nintendo 64 is a bit much for it. But yeah. Now that I've seen the entire game, and we did get 1 boss fight. Maybe the boss fight changes in the other playthroughs, I don't know. Playing through the game 4 times as replay value is... Well, it does have replay value, I guess. If you had no other game, at least you could keep playing this. 40 hours of fun. But yeah, I'm gonna give this game a sideways thumbs. Not good, not up, not down. It's sideways. It's there. It's a bit offensive at times, but there is some effort, I guess. And I'm gonna call this middling shit. Yeah, middling shit.